Tonight, the situation on the ground in Haiti is getting a little bit better as supplies pour in there and the U.S. military takes control. But among the missing are 6 Americans from a Florida university, Lynn, in Boca Raton, including 4 students, and of course their parents are desperately seeking help. Joining us now from southern Florida, Angie Hayes, whose 23-year-old daughter, Courtney, is still missing, and Len Gengel, whose 19-year-old daughter, Brittany, is also in that category. All right, Mr. Gengel, you called us the other day, and you know, you watched the program, and you know that we are on your side and looking out for the folks. And we made a series of calls and pretty much told the Pentagon that you have to get to this hotel, Montana, where both of their children were staying in Haiti, and you gotta give the parents some definition. Since that time, I understand the military has arrived there. So what's your status now? What do you know, Mr. Gengel?
Right now, we know it took 7 days for the military to get to the Hotel Montana. And right now, the State Department told us that it's still under search and rescue, but they will not guarantee it, Bill, to continue. And this would be an outrage. It's just not the six students and faculty from Lynn University. There are maybe 100 Americans at that hotel. There are military, American Marines in that hotel that were there for security. I mean, this is an outrage. This is an absolute outrage in this country.
I can pretty much assure you that they're not going to walk away from that situation until it's clarified. They're there now. They're going to do what they have to do, and we're all praying there's enough food and water was trapped in that hotel with the people in there that they can survive this long. Now, Ms. Hayes, I understand that your brother actually got to the hotel ahead of all the rescuers. Is that true?
My brother actually flew down from Georgia and rented a helicopter with 2 of his friends that were ex-military and got in there. He was actually speaking to me from an AT&T cell phone from the site. He told us more than anybody else had. He told us that they had knowledgeable people there, not Americans. Of course, Sunday, we had no military presence. That's how we first got aware of this. There was no military presence in there. He told us they were basically using picks and knives, anything they could get their hands on, from crowbars, and they had no chainsaws, no anything, no front-end loaders to do anything, and that's where we got information to go on.
But I'm sure your brother also told you how difficult it is logistically, because our correspondents have been reporting that all week, for anything to do anything. And the tragedy of this is that, you know, it's a chain of command type thing. You got to get the attention of the brass, and they have to order the units over to a specific place, and they're all, you know, look, the American military are working around the clock now. You both know that.
Well, the military was there. They just weren't helping us. They
didn't get to the hotel.
They got there 6. They could have. There was no. We met. I've just gotten back from the Dominican. I met a group of older doctors that were driving an old bus. They were ex-military, Doctors Without Borders. They drove an old passenger bus, and we know they're there because one of the people that were with us got on that bus, and he's still at the Hotel Montana giving us information. They drove an old bus, and these were older gentlemen, straight on in, calling us on regular cell phones.
Certainly if your brother and these doctors got there, you could get there. It's just a matter of getting the military, this huge military apparatus, mobilized to do it.
They abandoned us.
Maybe.
They just
abandoned
their own people.
They didn't do it on purpose. They did it because the bureaucracy is very, very difficult. Go ahead, Mr. Gengel. Go ahead.
Bill, I want you to recall when JFK Jr., God rest his soul, when he crashed off of Cape Cod. I'm from Worcester, Bill. I watched what happened. The Navy was there. The Coast Guard was there. They were there immediately. We're parents. My daughter's going to be 20 years old tomorrow, and I know right well that they could save her. They need to get in there, and they need to get our children.
All right. And listen, Bill, we understand your pain, but now they're there.
We need
they're there.
We need every single person hearing this to email their Congress, email their senators, and don't back off, because this could be y'all's child. This is my child.
Okay, I understand that. I understand. We have them there. We have them there. We wish they had gotten there sooner. Perhaps if you had gotten to me, I could have gotten them there sooner. But they're there. So now all we can do is pray. They're there. I can assure you they'll stay there until they tell us and they tell you exactly what that situation is. We all have to pray that there's enough food and water in there to keep the people alive. They did pull people out today, so there is hope. They did pull people out today, so there is hope. Go, Mr. Gengel, I'm going to give you the last word. Go ahead.
Sure. Bill, Can you assure us that they'll keep this as a search and rescue? Can you make sure that people
I will make sure that they do, and if they do not, I will report that.
Don't let them stop.
Don't let them
listen,
stop.
Please don't let them stop.
Please, Bill.
We will get a
Please,
definition.
don't let them stop.
We will get a definition one way or the other. We will. I promise you.
God bless you,
We
Bill.
will get a definition one way or the other, and all our prayers and the prayers of all our audience are with you, and we're hoping that your children
Our girls
get
were
out
there
of it.
doing good. They were there helping
Thank you, Bill.
the Haitians.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming on. We appreciate it, and we will have an update on this on Friday. When we